Hi everyone, it's Keyless Entry. Today, I'm going to try to pick this Assa 600. This one is a 6-pin lock, €0.5. This one contains Gin Spools versus the barrels. The barrel spools are quite tricky. This one's got the Gin Spools with match countermilling in the plug. There's the bitting there, so quite low on 1 and 3. And we've got quite high on 3 after that 1, and then quite high on 4 after that low 3. So it should be quite a good pick. And there's the keyway there. So I'm going to be using a Tipeni, or a Lawlock Tipeni teardrop profile, and working off that right piece of warding just here. And that allows me to get to all the pins. All right, let's get into the vise and give it a pick. I like to take these inserts out because I think when I'm picking, I like to have metal on metal so I can sort of hear the feedback a little bit better, if that makes sense, or might be just me. All right, let's tighten this up and just show that it does work beautifully. There we go. Yep, that way. So I'm going to be using a 1.2 millimeter tensioner, top of the keyway, and going counterclockwise. And all right, to make sure I'm in frame properly. There we go. Moving the whole mat, and there we go. All right, so very, very light tension. And what I'm going to try to do first off is try to get everything into the gin spool part of the pin, because they do start off as standards, and then number 5 is binding now. You've got to get them out of that standard state into the spool state. So I'm hoping for a false set after I get all these into the milling. 3 is that low one. Okay, 4 is binding now. Okay, I think I've 4 there. 5, 6. Okay, oh, there we go, just touched 2. Got the tiniest bit of counter rotation. I've dropped into the slightest false set. So now I'll be looking for counter rotation from these gin spools. And some of these I can preset, others I can't. 4, 5. Okay, there's 6 there. That's set 6. 2 seems set. 3, 4 possibly. 5, 6. 6 feels good. 5. There we go. I think I've got 5 there. 2, 3. Yeah, 4 needs to come up. I can feel that. Hit 4, and we got an open. Very, very nice. Alrighty. So let's leave that in shot and put that away, device, and get my going tools. As you can clearly see, that is open. So there we go. We'll need, these Assas have very, very thick C-clips, as you can see. They're quite hard to get off, so I need to go with the Old Faithful here and spread that open. My Assa 700, it's got a very thick C-clip on it also, and it's steel, and that is a bugger to get off. That might not have been enough. Let's go a little bit wider. There we go. Yes. All right, so I'm going to turn that coil a little bit, actually. Pins don't catch on the back of the plug. And we should be okay just to push that through. There we go. So that's the way to be picked. As you can see, deep, or high lift on 2, 4, and 5 and 6. And 1 and 2 just need a bit of a tap. All right, let's dump these key pins. the keepings are all standard. I'll show you the plug in a second. Let me sort these keepings out. Okay, let's go for the drivers. Oh yeah, so these gins come in different lengths for a balanced stack. So short keep-ins get a longer driver and vice versa. Okay, drop the springs. All the same springs, and housing is just a standard housing, €0.5. This one does have accommodation for a sidebar, so you could put like a twin in there, I suppose, in the €0.5. So yep, and I'll show you the plug here. So it might be a little bit hard to see, but each one of these, oh, there's a fly in here, damn. So each one of these has counter milling or undercutting, and it's matched to the profile of the end of the gin here, Gin Spool. I will show this in the close-up. So it's on both sides. It's very, very catchy, as you can see there. Goes smooth. Then you get into the milling, gets stuck, and then like that. All right, I'll just bring all this up to the camera. Do a bit of zoomage. All right, so just show you that plug. Hopefully that will show up. There we go. So you can see the milling right there. And that is on both sides. All right, and then we got these Gin Spools with my tweezers. So we've got these Gin Spools here. So they do have a set diameter on top, but you see the spool element there, and then this very end, this lip is a smaller diameter than the rest of the pin. So some of these, when they sit in the chamber, when they're at rest, they're in the standard position. So you have to pick all the, well, not pick them, you have to get them into the spool part of the pin, and then you get a false set, and then you have to pick out of that milling for each pin. Alrighty, just show you that they do have balanced stacks, like all good Assas do. There we go. Alrighty, that was the Assa 600 with gins. Thanks for watching, and take care.